Hey, weep. How y'all doing on this grand day? Grand day. I am risen again. Well, I guess this is the daily risen because I rose in the middle of the night and kind of found about a manifestation of something that was revealed onto me in an earlier reading. When I went back to look, I think that reading was actually about a month ago. A month ago, I believe it was. So I pulled the reading back out and reposted it back to Facebook. Tear, no S, Tear and Wheat Tarot on Facebook. It's public, so you guys can just see it. Um, and I got up this morning I was feeling mournful though, so I guess that's right. But when I rose, I was still feeling a kind of way. So I said, talking to spirit, as normal, and just thinking, like, I don't know if spirit was talking to me, if I was talking to spirit, which way it go around, that inner voice. We were having an inner self conversation. And it was just about, this weed and their family and there's so many others and the multitude in the wheat field that's going through this thing of distorted and disillusioned love, right? Because it's not love, it's lust, right? And it presents itself as if it is love, but it's not. And people, both parties may even think that it's love because this love is just so disillusioned in this day. Yeah, it's like everybody is running around here thinking that they in love, but they are in lust. That's what Spirit said. Because it's more of a physical, sexual connection than a spiritual connection. It is not built off the solid tenets of, you know, the laws and principles that help us distinguish what good, healthy expressions of love are. Like, what are those tenets and what does it look like? How do we recognize it? And that's not a thing that's to one particular lot. Like, you're not alone in this. A lot of we are in the dark about what does true love look like, love versus lust. And I would gather that a lot of people are in unhappy marriages because they thought they were in love, but it was really lust the whole time. I mean, you could build partnerships with people that you are in lust with. It happens every day. And when lust becomes so distorted, Yahweh, and people become controlling, especially with the distorted views of this submissiveness and quietness and all of this, like, you can't express yourself, you can't express your needs, you can't vocalize, you have no voice, your voice is shut down. I feel Spirit is saying that it definitely diminishes you. You forget what your own spirit here feels like what it feels like to have your needs met. I feel. And you what happens is somebody ends up sitting in a place of the most high. Like, all of your provisions begin to come from that person. And you end up in a place of vulnerability truly, and beholden to another energy, another entity that is subjugating you and being domineering and dominating you. And we all can talk about this, I mean, because it's just common knowledge that this stuff happens, but we don't see how it is socially acceptable across the board for women, and particularly to be dominated. Like, that is just the thing, to be dominated, not to be partnered, spiritual partners, physical partners, just a whole partner, the yin and the yang partners, for our highest good, for balance, for the sake of creation. I was I was shook, yo. Mindful. Yeah, mindful message. That's where I feel you going. We have to be mindful. Car is sitting out in the sun. We did some meditation to gospel this morning, bringing in the spirit, praising. Yeah, bless the decks. Have them charge up in the sun. Get some sun power. Bring some light, some illumination. You want to need one of these? These? No. Okay. Some illumination. Get the decks a shuffle. Blow some fresh breath of life on them. The source, our Father, the Most High God, that which called all of creation, which called all of our lights, every light did you call, did you number every light, did you name every light? Thank you for knowing each and every one of us. And you feel each and every one of us. You feel each and every one of us as each and every one of us can feel. Thank you. Thank you for my awareness. Thank you for my consciousness. I recognize you. I recognize who I am. A piece of the source, a pixel. Yes. I recognize the whole infinite intelligence, wisdom, that principal thing that made all of creation. Yes. Thank you. I feel the card on my lap. That feel, is that the card you would like? Yes, I'll leave it there. So we finish our prayer. Thank you. I thank you for being with us. I thank you for allowing me the ability to tap into the whole infinite intelligence, wisdom, for you resting with me, for being with me, for giving me that which I seek all the time, for revealing onto me what I seek. Thank you. I surrender my vessel onto you as a messenger. Please use these cards, this card include, as messages onto your wheat field for our edification, our, myself include, edifying self first and onto the source, edifying your wheat so that they may be edified and they may edify the source so that we, the collective, may be edifying onto the source. And according to the source's power and authority given onto me at my creation, I stand on that and I call it done. And it is sealed with the ashe. Ooh, we expressing love. What were we talking about, Yahweh? What were we... Ooh, come on, Father, and talk to your wheat field. It is lust over love in these days, Yahweh. Spirit said this is what we need to be mindful of. This right here. This right here. It is lust over love, and lust is killing us. Woo, come on, Father, and speak to your wheat field. Today, I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. That is a challenge. Spirit said, stop right there. I truly appreciate the thing. I stop and recognize. Today I notice. I said stop and recognize. Today I notice the things I appreciate about the people in my life. Think about the people in your life. And I'm going to say particularly to relationships, close, intimate relationships. Who are you are in union with? Who are you in love with? Appreciate who they are. No matter what status, appreciate that. Because it's doing something for you. It's doing something for you, my weed. If this person is expressing all the healthy tenets of love, and it's for sure love over lust, like that real, you know, pouring into you respect, you know, respect, provision, nurturing. You can share, you can be vulnerable, right? You can let your realness show. You guys can be accountability partners to each other. You can hold each other to a higher standard, Yahweh. I haven't decided if I like this coffee, and this apple cider kind of tastes like apple cider vinegar. I'm not for sure how we feel about it. It's good, but then it's not good. I guess it's perfect. Because I feel like somebody feel like that right now. Maybe that's what you thought. I'm not for sure how I feel about it right there. Because sometimes it's good, but then it's not good. Spirit says truth. Yeah, truth. Somebody thought that right then. Somebody thought, I don't know how I feel about that. Sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's sour like vinegar. You leave it on there too long, it'll fuck around and burn your ass. Take the whole layer of skin off. Yeah, it will. And that's how those lust over love relationships be. Especially when somebody is like those little things of control that you don't even notice is control. You know, y'all get together because you was looking like, he got, what? And then all of a sudden you can't wear certain things. And then all of a sudden you can't go certain places. And all of a sudden they don't like you and you think it's cute. Right. No, that's not cute. That's the beginning stages of control. They don't want you to hang out with such and such or go around so and so. No, that's the beginning of control. You know, and furthermore, just to go into the fact of being like in the old way, like giving folks, we talked about this in one of my little rants, and it's like giving folks too much credit for shit that they don't deserve. I know my mom, father, where we at with it today. Thank you for being with me and your tolerance and patience. Not your tolerance, because you do more than tolerate me. That's low level. You give me way more than tolerance. You love me and you have patience with me in my way. Thank you so much for your patience. Um, yeah, yeah, all this extra we be giving, like, and I'm putting myself right on in the wheat field because I'm in the field with y'all wheat. So, you know, all this extra before you married, no, because we putting ourselves in wife position to be subjugated and dominated and controlled by a person that's not even your husband, and then they not even giving you whole husband benefits. Like they not even performing the duties that a whole husband should perform. So they, one, not even showing you that they ready and capable to be a husband, and then two, they not even treating you as a good husband. So you seeing that if he was your husband, while you struggling to prove to him that you a good wife, Yahweh. You busting your ass trying to prove to this man that you a good wife, so that he will reward you with the prize of marriage, huh? When Scripture says that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord, to huh? But in order for him to find a wife, he need to be a whole husband. But that's not what happens. Folks is out here just linking up in marriages and stuff because it look good, it feel good, it's lustful, and trust me, I done been there. I'm in the field. I don't never count myself out of nothing. Lust over love. It takes a long time to finally figure out what love is, especially when you grew up in the environment where love looked distorted. Love looked distorted, y'all. We disillusioned. Or the example of it wasn't even there. To her. How you gonna have an example of a loving family when half of it is missing? We talking about getting rid of systemic remnants ish. Yeah, we come on now. We know the track from that day. It didn't just stop after emancipation, 1863 and such. Okay, 63, 65, whatever. Give me some grace on that thing. And for women, especially us black American women, we didn't have full rights until the 1960s. So can we get a minute to breathe, y'all? Just a second. Because it's literally 2022. And we talking about what? Okay, now it's been 100 years, what, 120 years maybe? I don't know. I can't freaking do math this early. How long it's been? What, 1960, 70, 80, 90, 2010, 20. Yep, 60 years. Okay, I was way the hell off. I had doubled us. Come on, my math definitely was not mathing. Y'all mean? So basically, we've been full person up around this piece for 60 years and then just had it snatched back. Like, what? So, of course, expressing love is going to be in a challenge. You're not even a whole person. Have never been. When has anybody ever seen you as a whole weed? Giving you that recognition, and when you voice it and take it back, your own power, and stand in that, then you are somehow wrong. You are being told all the time that you are something to be controlled, to be something to be subjugated, something to be dominated. Tuh. Like you have no awareness of your whole own self. Like you a child. What is the point of women ever getting the age of maturity like at 18 if you need to control me, my wee? If I can't make choices for my own self? If I truly never have a autonomy? The fuck out of here. Anything else, Spirit? What shall we pull? Where are we going? Light worker, alright. Pull in the light, because I'm fired up already. And it's early. Because women are having their lights extinguished in these controlling, lustful, power imbalance, domineering relationships, feeling like struggle love is what it's supposed to be. That is so far from the real, beloved, and you are dying. Women are dying. That woman got killed in front of her 3 babies. Huh. Soul is shook. I don't know if that's the same, you beloved, but it's women in this wheat field that is going through that. Message put out there, you get, please help me. What are we to do? Spirit says there's a way made. Spirit says there's a way made. Spirit says the way made is now. The way is made now. Way maker. Waymaker. Spirit is the source, the logos, the infinite intelligence, the wisdom, that principal thing, baby. I don't care who you study, who, what your text is. I don't care. It's all the same source. It is all the same wisdom. It is all the same infinite. We all came from the same creator. And you could go straight to your maker, straight to the creator. And we do that. We do. You get down so low where you feel like we do exactly what that. I was raised Christian. I was raised Christian. That is the text I was reared on. Okay? I was raised, and we used to say, became a language. That's all we used to, it fly out like it was like, your own name. Before your own name. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. That's all you just say. But that messenger kept saying through the whole text, on every text, the messenger kept saying, the Father, the Father, the Father, the source, the source. After a certain amount of time, when I got so low and I was in that space, in that space when I'm talking about, I'm not sitting here telling you nothing I don't know. $1 million home in California, 4,000 fucking square feet. I walked away from that shit. Fuck that shit. I felt like that motherfucker was going to kill me in my sleep. He was going to kill me for the money. No, leave. Leave. Fuck it. I feel like Pops. Leave. Leave. You get to breathe another day. And I bring humor, but it's real as shit. It's real. I felt it. I felt it. I felt it. I wouldn't have made it another night. Ooh, come on, Spirit. Something bad was finna. It was bad. And when I say it was bad, it was bad. And did it get as bad as it could have got, Spirit? No. Cracked open. Is happening for you, not to you. Yeah, it's a challenge because when you in the middle of it, my we, it feels like it's happening. You know it's happening to you, of course. Both of them is happening at the same time. You are experiencing it. Yes, you are. You are going through it. But at the same time, I told you, have appreciation for either one. I appreciate whichever one it is in my life. Why? Because it's showing you something. It's showing you that that's not for you. If that's what it is, it ain't that first one we started off with, that real. If it's not that real, that's pouring into you for your highest good, and you can pour into them for their highest good. That real, where you could be your real, authentic self, your vulnerability, your goals, and you're getting received and respect and nurtured, and all of that goodness. If it's not that real, and it is that control, where you going, where you been, don't wear that, you can't do that, where you going to, who is that calling you, and all that shit is control. That is not love, and it goes around and round and round, and the potential for that shit to manifest and to escalate into something insidious is, baby. And everybody be running around here talking about something, I want a high value this, a high value that. You never know what comes with that, my week. You don't know what come with that. Spirit says do something to change your energy. You locked up in something and you can't change the energy of it. Spirit says you got to do something to change your energy. We used to call it back in the day where I'm from to go get your hair washed. It ain't a for real trip to the salon, y'all, but it's that barbershop beauty salon type of vibe where you go to the elders. I don't even know where the elders is at like that, really, y'all. Hopefully you got some in your family that ain't on that same struggle love shit too, and could tell you the real. That a person, and spirit just dropped like, it's not. Because we feel like that's the way. A piece of a man is better than no man. Say it, spirit, because that's what it is. A piece of a man is better than no man. And there's people dying out here because they got a piece of a man. And a man that took them out of here with a fucking piece. Because that's what happened to that beloved in front of her 3 babies. Afraid to be with your whole self. You'd rather leave up out of here by a piece of a man. Because don't want to sit with your whole self. Can't be with your whole self. Maybe because there's some shadow stuff in here that you got to come to terms with, my beloved. And it get hard when you sitting with you to do that shadow work. Because because it's hard to see those parts of you. And being with somebody new and somebody fresh make it feel like it's better. Like it go away some kind of way. I don't know. Anything else from here, Spirit? No. Is you an angel answers now? Yes. Okay. Do something to change your energy, Spirit says. Something. I was saying go get your hair washed. Find a group of women, people who can tell you the real. Don't sit around a whole bunch of people who are going through the same thing where that love relationship look like your relationship. See somebody who really have a honest looking relationship. You know, somebody you could see that they can talk to each other. They can be honest and authentic. You know, this woman looks like she's nurtured and uplifted and respected in her household. You know, one of the people is an influencer. I don't know how men feel about him, but I think that Tony Gaskins is a great example of how a man is strong in his marriage, but also shows nurturing and love and upliftment to his wife and support his wife Sherry in what she does. It is not about exactly what you do, pray tell, because you could be a CEO but also still be very nurturing and very soft and nourishing and be supported, and your husband doesn't have to necessarily be the provider. It doesn't have to go like that. Does it have to go like that, Spirit? No, it's all about the balance in the relationship, the balance that you two set forth. What's good for you? You want this one? No. You want this one? This one? Okay. What is it, y'all? Yes. What is that? That's the truth. Ace of air. That's the truth. It does. Everybody out here like the man has to do this and the woman has to do this. There is no clear cut defined roles for each. There's a balance. It's a yin and yang. There's a flow to it, and each couple will find their flow in truthness that is designed for them. It is unique to them. It is unique as each light, each soul light is unique. Each energetic match is unique, and that flow is going to be unique. So you let somebody come in and tell you how your marriage, your relationship is supposed to go, it's fucking up people's marriages. Oh, sorry, that ain't the challenge. That's well, the truth is a challenge because people be on that messed up ish. One of the people that was doing that, that's out here spilling out, and not to call that man name, but y'all know who he is, departed. Y'all know, out here spilling all that nonsense. Got people all messed up thinking that that's how relationships supposed to go. No, it's not. And these women out here feeling like they devalued and they don't have no value and they being rated on the number system. Well, who are you to rate anybody, bruh? Really? Can't speak on that man like that because he ain't here no more. But everybody did enough speaking, and it seemed like he bigger in passing. What is he, a martyr now? And here I am putting more energy in it by speaking on him. Recall that, recall it, recall it. I'm still gonna post this video because it's worth more than him, so we just gonna cut that and move it on. The truth of the matter is, Spirit said, the truth is in the challenge. Communication. The ability for the sexes to communicate. Give folks a season, y'all. If you are in a lust over love situation and you know that it is controlling, it is, especially if you know for sure that you are not safe. You are not safe, my weed. Get out. Find a way. Find a way. Go seek spirit. Spirit will lead you out. Spirit will lead you out. Spirit will lead you out. And I'm telling you, I paid way too much to take the little shit that I took. Way too fucking much. Way too much. And what I left with, that what I could have left, what I paid too much for to take, I could have fucking left that shit. Started all the way the fuck over again because I had what was most important. Me and my baby. That was it. That's all that I needed. And me. That, you know, I'm saying me first, not the vessel, Father. You, come on, you know me better than that. Me and my baby. And I had to send my baby away before then because it had got that bad. So at that point, it was just me. And I was fighting. Fighting to keep what I had invested in. Fighting to keep my time. Fighting to keep my coin. Fighting to keep the future that I had saw. You not gonna rob me. You not gonna take me for all my issues. You not gonna do me like that. It was not worth it. Power struggle, surrender to that shit. It ain't worth it. The Most High will work that shit out because what I found out is if a motherfucker, it ain't worth it. Fuck that shit. It ain't worth it, y'all. It's not. Because at the end of the day, what I found out is a mofo will take your ass up out of here before, especially before they concede. Yeah, you could run across one that'll take your ass up out of here. You got everything you need to start over, to start new. You got everything you need to start over. You just don't know it. Put that 5 of water, that spilled milk, that shit in the reverse. In the reverse. I learned to put it in the reverse. That I had everything that I needed. Me and spirit. Them 5 of cups, 5 of water. The lesson is that you got the 2 cups. Quit crying over spilled milk. You don't cry over the spilled milk because you have you, the vessel, your spirit, and the Most High. Not the vessel. I apologize. Your spirit and the Most High. Your spirit, the Most High. Them the only 2 cups you need to come out of here. To stop crying over the spilled milk. That's what I was feeling. This right here is in the challenge. But not only is it in the challenge, but it's in the challenge for you moving forward. Somebody is having, and look, is in a challenge for you move forward into your empress. This creation a whole new. Okay? You, the recommendation, my wheat, is for you to realize that you have everything that you need to move forward. Don't focus on the spilled milk. Don't focus on the tear. Appreciate that the milk spilled. Appreciate it, because you probably was trying to hold on to them glasses. You probably was carrying all 5 glasses at the same fucking time because you had all the cups in your hand. Sometimes that pressure and that weight is so heavy and you juggling way too much, because oftentimes in those types of relationships, again, you working for a fucking time. If you not fucking working 1 job or 2 jobs, and you probably a parent, and you doing that shit, and you kicking in on bills, and you probably doing the fucking cooking and the fucking cleaning, and you probably, doing the kids in the bath in the school and all of that shit, and like, you carrying all the cups. So when 3 of them bitches fall out your hand and spill, it's rightfully so, because you can't carry all them cups. And it's telling you to let some of that shit go, because you overburdened and you overworked. And it's something in there that's not aligned to your highest good. So don't stand there looking at the cups that you dropped. Shit, sometimes you don't even go get a mop. You just keep the fuck walking with them same 2 cups. Is that right? Huh? And Spirit said, yes, it is. You keep right the fuck on walking with your 2 cuts, so you can get to some equal give and take. Give and take back to you. Back to balance. Back to fuck balance, y'all. Balance. Them shits is in a challenge because you carrying too much. You carrying 5 whole fucking cups in your hands. On your shoulders, in your hands, Spirit said, in your hands, you carrying 5 cups. Truth. Carrying 5 cups. Truth. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Yeah. It get heavy, wheat. It get heavy. But I could not. I was just like, wow, you want this one? Okay. What is it? Loving, caring, psychic. Queen of Water. See? You a loving person. Loving, giving, caring, nurturing, putting everything out. Is this deck done? Okay. Putting everything out, and your cup is empty. Pour it all the way out. Pouring it all out. I feel Spirit is just chipping my arm. Pouring it out. Pouring it out. Pouring out. Pouring out. Pouring out. Pouring out. Pouring out. Pouring it out. Poured it all the way out. And now your shit is in reverse. I did that too, Spirit, didn't I? Poured all my whole damn cup out. Sure did. Into somebody that didn't give 2 fucks about what it took for me to fill that bitch up. Not a damn fuck. Not no fucks. 0 negative fucks on what it took for me to fill that fucking cup up. I poured it out all over, all into their lot, and they said, fuck you, thank you for the nourishment, for the water to my soil, kick rocks. And when I said, I'll be goddamn if you gonna walk away with all the shit we finna harvest, they was like, okay, keep laying there if you want to, and see, do you wake up in the morning. I'm taking the cards up. Spirit said, put them back down there. I felt like we was through, because that was that. Spirit said, let's see what's blocking you, B. What's blocking you from moving on. I'm sharing my story because I just pray that it helps somebody. Being open and being vulnerable will help somebody, because that's what the testimony is for. And I told the Lord, if you bring me through this, then I will testify. I will testify. Is this it? No. I will testify. Shuffle. Yeah, let's shuffle. Thank you so much for the whole infinite. As I keep my word to your weed, to you first and foremost. I will testify to your weed. Yeah. That you will bring them through. You will. Yeah. Is this it? What is that, Impasse. Yeah. An impasse. Yeah. In this situation, it comes to an impasse because that energy is coming against your energy, right? You're going to have needs and requirements. And guess what? It honestly gets to a point where it doesn't even matter what their requirements are because they change. They keep changing and make it an impossible situation. It will always be impossible. There is nothing you can do. There's nothing that you could ever do that's ever going to be good enough. It will always be impossible. Is it in here? Okay. It will always be impossible. Always. You think it's a soulmate, but it's not. Coming into union with yourself, your true self, Yahweh, coming into union with you, getting to know your spiritual self, your true you, your real authentic soul self, that will bring you into soul union with you. Mated by with your soul, and you will then call in your soulmate, your energetic match, the true person. You will resonate, you will heal your heart space, and so that you can really recognize what real love is. Yeah, because this right here, the ability to recognize that is blocked. Yeah, make sure I didn't get none turned upside down. Yeah, we got that one in here. I felt it. He had a pretty dog. Going inside, self-discovery. Again, meditation first. Meditation. Finding little times out the day to quiet the mind. It may feel like it's not there when you are so busy. It may feel like you just don't even have time to meditate. I don't even have time to get back to me. When I'm gonna do that shit? I work 2 jobs. I got kids. I got practice. I'm doing this, that, and the other. I'm running. He don't never help me do shit. I gotta get dinner, and then I gotta cook, and then this, that, and the other, and then I'm tired. You may not feel like you have enough time. Take time. Find time for you. And Spirit said that's a part of the issue. This top one, gratitude. It's in the challenge. Taking time for you is a way of being gracious to yourself. You need to show gratitude for you. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. And again, that will lead you down the path of strengthening you until you could do something about figure out what you need to do. Nobody knows the track of your story, Yahweh. Everybody is going to be in variations and differences. Some people's stories can be repaired, and some people's stories is just not even it. So depending on where you are in the field, take it for what it's worth. What resonates with you, what doesn't resonate with you, you know what to do with it, y'all. But being grateful, like I said, for whether it is, because that's that first card, appreciation. If it's the real, then that's gratitude. But if it ain't that real, it's still gratitude because it's showing you something. It's showing you what you need to know so that you could be aware, so that you could recognize, and you could make the decisions. You could take that in the kingdom, in your gut. Take it in the gut and let it sit there. Let it be processed. Just sit back and be aware and watch how folks is moving around you. This person usually pull you out your square. Set back. Don't let them pull you. They know how to pull you. They know what buttons to push. Move your button. What used to trigger you, don't let that trigger you. See it coming. That's the purpose of this space. So you can see what's coming against you. So you can respond and adjust accordingly. Don't let them pull you. You will see it. If you in the beginning stages and you got a kind of inkling that this person might be a little bit of a kind of way, or you want to test it. You checking resumes and you doing pre-screening tests. Tell a person no. No. Mm-mm. Don't let them ask you out on the same day. You already got plans. Whatever the fuck it was you was finna go do in the next 5 minutes, even if it was to go take a piss or a shit, you got plans. Don't nobody drop in on you on the same day. That's disrespectful of your time. Workaholic. I told you. Somebody probably, that's why you feel like you can't do it. That's why you can't meditate, why you can't get in touch with you, why you can't rest, why you can't have gratitude and nourishing and nurturing for self. While your cup is poured out, y'all weak. Spirit said that was it. This Queen of Cups, Queen of Water with her cup upside down, it's because of this right here, yo. Workaholic. Your gratitude, how you gonna be gracious when you feel like you working yourself in a grave? The person that you supposed to be partnering with, your soulmate, this right here, is at an impasse. You can't even work with them. You trying to get to balance, but you can't. It's in a challenge when you can't work with the person that you're supposed to be partnered up with. And that's great many relationships, shall we? Because the dynamics, the working relationship dynamic in this day is distorted and disillusioned. Again, my bros, if any of y'all come across this, know that your helpmeet, your wife, is not designed to simply submit to your goals and your visions in life. That is not her design purpose by her maker, her creator, the source, as designed by the infinite intelligence, the whole infinite. Did not make her to simply meet your vision. She has a purpose and a calling by the source, the creator itself. And when you two come together, you will power up, cosmic power up, to meet that grand plan. It is designed for both of you to walk along together, hip to hip, side by side, like this here. Not for you to subjugate and domineer her, shut down her voice, dismiss, like she needs you to care for her like a fucking toddler. Like she ain't a whole entity endowed with the infinite, is a whole piece of the infinite intelligence herself. With everything in your same text that you supposed to be knowing, you brother. And that's the thing that kills me. That is the thing, Father. Yes, it is. Thank you so much. And I'm saying it up to the brightness because, but I don't feel like I'm on that. No, that's not what it is. I'm just talking to the Creator, the Most High God. And I'm not saying that the Son is it. Don't get it twisted and come for me in the comments on some craziness because that's not what it is. No. Just saying illumination, like getting a thought. Like my head lit up for a second. Yeah. Bruhs. All y'all out here talking about being on a king walk and how you the husband, but 99% of y'all ain't even read the Bible. Don't even go to church. When the last time you stepped in a brick and mortar church instead of just flipping through some nonsense on the YouTube? Riddle me that, bruh. I mean, it's a few bruhs up in there that I be seeing on Bishop TD, It's a few bruhs. It's a few. A few. Spirit said a few bruhs. But ain't no real bruhs up in church. It ain't no whole bunch of real bruhs up in church. While y'all be talking about something, what a woman supposed to do, you don't even know what you supposed to do. You don't even know what she's supposed to do. Only thing you doing is spitting some nonsense that somebody else said, that somebody else said, that somebody else said, and told you what she's supposed to do. What you think she's supposed to do because that's what your nutsack say that she's supposed to do. The fuck out of here, bruh. You don't even know what you're supposed to do. Did you wipe your ass well today? Did somebody really teach you how to wipe your ass? Because where was your daddy to show you how to wipe your ass, bruh? Or did your mama teach you how to wipe your ass? Because your daddy wasn't in the house. Because mine wasn't, so I'm not talking no shit for real. My daddy wasn't in the house either. My ass, I got learned how to wipe my ass by my mama. The same person that taught my brother, and it ain't because his daddy was absentee, his daddy passed. So it's a whole bunch of reasons why your daddy might not have been in the house. Y'all, we just saying. But everybody want to talk about what a wife supposed to do and what they ain't supposed to do when you ain't read the Bible, bruh. You ain't studied nobody's word. But yet you know, and you so for sure. My husband, literally, told me what a wife is supposed to do, but he literally will say out the same side of his mouth that he won't go to church, he won't read the Bible, but yet he could tell me what I'm supposed to do as a wife, what God said. How? How? Pray tell. You mean to tell me that the Most High came and sat and gave you this revelation? No, you was listening to that dude who shall not be named, ruining marriages, just like they ruined their own. Y'all weak. And look, here we are. Couldn't tell him that though. Oh no, why? Because I'm a woman. And I don't know shit, obviously. Do you want this card, Spirit? No, let's come on, let's calm down. Thank you. Thank you for the whole infinite for being here. Thank you for the courage to express. Yeah, because there's a lot of week going through this. It is. But I tell you what, when it gets to a point where them energies can't control you because you shall not be controlled, the same thing like when we talk about it from a culture standpoint, from a people standpoint, bruhs, that's what y'all don't get. The same way that y'all bruhs would not be controlled. The same way that our people, our nations of people will not be subjugated, will not be controlled. The same way that life itself cannot be controlled. It will not be held back. It will not be bound. Women will not be controlled. We will not be subjugated. We will not be held back. Our Creator endowed us. Come on, Father. Don't be afraid to sing. We are not. We are not. Time out. Losing lives. Transitioning for no reason. Just because I have needs, because I have aspirations that extend outside of you, to the arrogance and audacity to think that I would live and breathe outside of the ability to push out your fucking babies. What? Oh my God, did the source put me here for a purpose other than to bear your seed? Yeah, he did. Newsflash. Let's get this card. Focus on the here and now. They can't. That's in reverse. Because they on some old school something that never really was in the first place. We talked about how Eve's story ain't wrote. We talked about Mary, the messenger's mother, ain't wrote. We talked about Mary Magdalene, the gospel that the messenger gave to her, ain't wrote. Why has your voice been snuffed out all over history, all over time, my we? And this ain't something that's just, it's been the now since nows have been existed. No, the old way. You right, the old way. Since this new became the established. Again, y'all need to go figure that out. So do a little bit more discovery. Is this it? Turn it over. This the last one? Nope, not the last one. Forgive. Back to one. Forgiveness. At the end of the day, you do gotta forgive though. Because forgiveness is for self. It is not for the other entity. Forgiveness is for self. Do you want either one of these? No. Forgiveness is for self. It's not for the other entity. It is for self. Like me, I'm working through forgiveness. I've forgiven all the way up to the point where I can pray for my husband. We are going through, I don't consider him my husband now. I don't. And it's weird that I've been saying it in that way because he has put me away. And according to the Most High, the way that he rejected me and what he did to me, the betrayal and what has happened has caused him to, we have been divorced. It is not a covenant. It is no longer or an ordained covenant under the Most High God. The only one that can break that covenant is the source. And that has been done. Even if the legal paperwork is still pending. So I do say husband because I respect him as such, and I don't enter any other covenant or relationship until that's done. And even when I attempted to entertain someone, it was terrible. I didn't even feel right. No. And it's been years still trying to move forward. Don't ever get married in California. Well, I don't know. I take that back because it's been a blessing. Because that betrayal to her, had we not been, I'm just saying, I could have been really fucked. Anyway, save that for another day. Should Spirit decide to have us share. Anything else, Spirit? Yes. It's time for healing, not war. Yeah, it is. It's time for healing, not war. All these relationships, unbalanced, you know, and people are not healed. Bras are not healed. Sisters are not healed. You know what? And I think about the bras, you know what I mean? And I understand, and from a certain standpoint, especially bras in our community, when you feel like, well, all bras really, because the truth of the matter is that all of y'all got somebody boot on your neck. I mean, all kind of bras come home every day feeling like, you know, they done got beat up and they done feel like somebody done talked to them and treated them like crap all day. And then they come home and they take that same nonsense out on their family. Yeah, come home to yourself. Yeah. Feeling like nobody has valued them. And come home to yourself, to me, is learning more about you. That's that self-discovery. We talked about that, bruhs not really understanding their own position, what it is that they're supposed to do, fullness as a man, like in that might and that strength as a man, because they're not learning. And what they are learning is coming from the world, like that fake illusionary thing of what it takes to be a real masculine, and that's not real, the real. You know, again, one of the people that I think that's so awesome in terms of talking about a real manship, but I'm a woman, so people gonna take my word for shit, right? Because it don't mean nothing coming from a woman. And when he say it, it don't mean shit because guys look at him like he a simp. It's Tony Gaskins. Oh yeah, he a simp. Why? Because he love and respect his wife. Yeah, he a simp. He ain't out here, you know, like he a whole thug about to shoot everybody up. Yeah, he a simp, you know, but it's like just wholesome. You know, character, currency, devotion, and commitment, and intelligence, and ambition, and assertiveness. Like all of those things that a man, a person, a person is supposed to have in general. Like honesty and integrity and accountability. You know, the ability to listen and to communicate, to mind your emotions, right? To be able to bring in and take in information and process it and then respond. Not just fucking knee-jerk reaction every goddamn thing because you emotional. And this world out here can make people emotional, especially when you feel like you have no space. And men these days feel like they have no space. Yeah. Tower. This shit has to come down. Relax. Bring this shit down. Again, bros, we not your enemy. And just because you feel like there's no control out here in this system, in this world out here, don't mean that we're the ones for you to control and subjugate. We're not your children. I'm not a grown-ass child for you to just come and love on anytime you want to release. And that's just not what it is. And then women die when they don't want to concede to that because they choose to be more. Release your guilt, like I said. We not vessels for you to just release your guilt, your emotion, your frustration. No. That's not what your helpmeet is for. They are to pull you to your highest self. Do you want anything else out of this? We good. Pull you to your highest self. That's what it's about. Accountability. Do you want this card? No. Is there anything like you would like to say, Spirit, before we close out the session? No. Have I delivered the message that you would like for us to deliver? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for rocking with your girl. We almost had an hour. This is the daily session. We're going to call it a wrap. If Spirit wants to bring another message, we'll bring another message a little bit later on. But I feel like I'm going to put some skates on to something to call in some joy. Do something to change the energy. That's what the card said. Dance with life. Change the energy. Do something for you today, too, my weed. Find a moment. Find a space. Meditate. You know, hear your own voice so that you can see. Sit back today. Even if you feel like you can't find them moments separately, Create them during the time when you're spending, by just pulling back, moving your button. Don't entertain the argument. Don't entertain the frustration. Start changing how you move a little bit and watch how folks respond to your change. You'll see what it is. And when you start seeing what it is, it's going to help you formulate a whole different vision. Spirit will start to reveal to you what you need to do to move around. And as that revelation come in, my week, act on it. If you can't do it in that moment, put it in its place so that you know what to do when Spirit says the time is right. And when Spirit says it's time to move and you feel it in your gut, I wouldn't give a shit whether you got shoes to put on or not. Get the fuck up and move. This is your girl Lati on the Tears and Wheat Tarot show, where we show you what's moving around you so you know how to make them adjustments for your highest good. Yeah, we okay? And so until the next now, Ashe.